What's up, fam? I am Chosen144. I recently did a video on a different type of spell work. So not ritualized magic per se, but spell work that people use throughout the day, the way that they word things, backhanded comments, their intentions towards you, and setting intentions against you, things like that, and signs that this type of spell work is at play. Now, I saw in the comments there was a whole lot of people saying, what about actual spell work? What about actual spell work? I have done videos on actual ritualized spell work, spell work that is being cast by, a practicing witch or wizard. So here goes. I'm just going to run off a list of things to look out for that are signs that somebody is using spell work, black magic, voodoo, santeria, brujeria, whatever the fuck you resonate with, okay? So I'm just going to rattle off some things to look out for. Any type, let's speak environment first. Any type of infestation. So if you're just suddenly seeing ants everywhere or rodents suddenly everywhere, and I'm talking, it will be heavy, and it will be random. It won't just be a group of ants that are in a line getting food because it's about to rain or something like that. There will be sporadically ants everywhere. Or there will be, you will have sightings of rodents everywhere. Or your pet, if you've got a pet, will suddenly just be overrun with fleas or something like that, okay? So infestation in any way, shape or form. And even things like all of a sudden a whole shitload of cobwebs appearing out of the blue. And, you might sight a really odd creature like a big, black, freaky looking spider, or a big, black, odd looking toad or something like that. Okay, I know this sounds cliche, but it is very, very real. Things like this do show up as a sign in your environment if you are having spell work used against you. Another thing, environment-wise, is you may find things buried in the yard of your dwelling, okay? Or buried outside, okay? It could be a little jar, it could be pieces of paper, whatever it is. That is a sign somebody is using spell work against you. Also, eggs. If an egg has been broken on your car, on your home, whatever the fuck, eggs are often used to cast spells, okay? The ritual is done with the egg, and then the egg is broken on the victim's home or car or whatever, on the target. I don't want to say victim. Nobody's a victim. On the target's car or home, the egg will be broken, and that will be the spell being completed. Now, another sign is animals, deceased animals or deceased animals' body parts. You may find them at your door, at your windows, or out the front of your home. You will find either animal body parts or a deceased animal, okay? And it will be very random, it might be a bird with the whole side of its head, discarded or something like that. It'll be very odd. So these are energetic sacrifices that are used to cast spells. Another sign is, let's talk you now. Signs within you that you are having spell work used against you. You may have really, really dark black rings under your eyes, okay? And, you'll be off color you'll be like off color and you'll have really dark rings under your eyes. That's a sign of spell work. If you have lower abdomen pains, like sharp, acute pains in your lower abdomen, this is a sign of spell work. Sharp pains in the head, around the temple area or your third eye area up here on your forehead, this is a sign that you're being spiritually attacked via spell work. During your sleep, when you're sleeping, you may feel a presence, okay? And this won't be feeling like light, like your spirit team. You may feel like shadows out the corner of your eyes and a presence watching you, okay? This can be someone using spell work, okay? They're sending energy towards you, low vibrational energy, aka a demon, you know, to do the dirty work. You may have dreams that you are being attacked. You may have dreams that you are being attacked by either a dark entity or a wild animal, like, you know, snakes, you know, vicious dogs, things like that, okay? It will be a spell that's tapping into some of your fears. So if you fear a certain type of animal, that will be the animal showing up, okay? It's all like fear-based shit. You may also wake up with unexplainable scratches on your body, okay? It will be like something has scratched you. Again, energy has been sent your way, okay? Low vibrational energy. So you may also suffer from brain fog, like you just don't have energy and you feel confused and disorientated at times, even to the point where sometimes you might stand up and you'll have those stars appear, like you're about to faint or something like that. That is a huge sign of spell work, okay? A big one, this is a huge one, okay? This is a sign that there's some high-level magic at play, is you will come across a dying cat. If you come across a dying cat, a cat that is not yet deceased, but it is inevitably going to die, and you come across it, there is spell work at play, okay? High-level spell work. I can tell you right fucking now. These are just a few things to look out for. You may also, what's another thing that... Unexplained medical phenomenon, okay? So things where, thank you, Spirit, things where you might suddenly have a pain in, say, your right foot, and it is crippling. Like it feels like your foot is being put into a vice and somebody's going to town with this vice, you know what I'm saying? And it will last. It will last hours and hours and hours. And if you go to like an emergency room or whatever at the hospital, they won't be able to find what's wrong with you, okay? They won't be able to diagnose you. They'll come up with multiple guesses and they will try their best to try and treat the symptoms and things like that, but they won't have answers. That's a big one. Okay. Another thing is elements. So what I mean by this is you may have a situation where there's a fire in your home. You may have a situation where there's something to do with water, like a flood in your home, burst pipes, you know, a random fire happening electrically or something like that. I'm telling you, this is spell work at play. Okay, if it's very random and unexplainable and unexpected, I can tell you right now, that's a sign of spell work at play. So this is just a few things just to address. I saw a lot of comments on that other video that was about a different type of spell work, like in people's day-to-day lives, based on intentions and words spoken and things like that. This is actually ritualized magic, okay? And it ramps up around full moons, of course, around new moons. It ramps up around Halloween, okay? Big time around Halloween, okay? That is when a lot of rituals take place and a lot of sacrifice takes place, okay? So bear these things in mind. I think that's enough for one video. Things to be looking out for if you are suspecting somebody is using spell work against you. There's one more that I just want to mention, okay? Something in your letterbox written down, okay? And it could be written in crayon, looking like it's been written by a child. It could be well written, you know, in cursive or something like that. But it will be a phrase or something, and it will not really make sense. The idea is for you to read that, okay? Cast a spell yourself. So be on to that one as well. I just had to throw that in there, okay? I fucking love you, fam. Peace, love, and light.